the excitement is because this video will really help a lot of people to pass their international exams at the city. That's why I'm excited. Because in this video, you don't really need to write IELTS twice again. You only need to write it once. And this is really phenomenal. Yeah, so over the last 5 years, close to 6 years of training IELTS, I've not done something like this before. So you want to subscribe to our YouTube page if you have not done that at this point. Hit that subscribe button right away. Yes, and share this video with your friend. This is really going to be a game changer to anybody writing the IELTS. I've not done something like this before. It's going to be short and sharp, but it holds a transforming power to anybody writing the IELTS exam or any international exam. This thing I want to share, you can adapt it to Duolingo, to CELPIP, you can adapt it to PT, you could adapt it to TOEFL, to any international exams. That's why I think it's very profound. It's something you don't want to joke about. It's something you want to look into, something that you really want to dedicate yourself and give yourself totally to. So I'm going to be sharing my screen now so that I will share this mind-blowing revelation about IELTS. And I tag this video what anybody that will pass IELTS should know. The most important thing for IELTS takers to know. The most important thing for IELTS takers to know. And this is very profound. Because once you know this, it would instantly revolutionize the way you think, the way you approach the exam. Because experiences have shown that the reason why people fail the IELTS is basically due to wrong approach. Is due to wrong approach. And when you learn this approach today, it's going to ensure that you are only taking IELTS once. Your friends and relatives will only take IELTS once. So this is why you would not need to take the IELTS more than once. So don't forget this. Several of our students that we have taught this and don't adjust to it, they end up failing the exam because they have not learned this principle. But when you learn this principle, you can show that you will pass the exam at a sitting. So let me let me show you something from my screen. Let me show you something from my screen. I think it's very, very profound. So can you see this? I think you can see this. So yeah, so this is the IELTS band score. So I'm going to explain what you have on the screen. You have the 4 modules: listening, speaking, reading, writing, and the overall score. These are the modules. So for the IELTS exam, then you have the required band score, present band score, and the desired band score. Anybody that will do IELTS must understand these things. There's a required band score, there's a present band score, and there's a desired band score. So your required band score is what the institution needs, what the school needs, what the employer needs, what the country needs. For example, if you are going for UK now as a nurse, you need 777, 6.5. 7, you're listening, speaking 7, reading 7, writing 6.5. For you to be able to work in UK as a nurse. Now, if you are doing admission, if it's master's, most time overall of 6.5, individual module 6. Sometimes some school might insist on you having 7 in all the module, depending on the course. But there are some undergraduate courses that will ask for 7, like nursing might ask for 7 in all the band score, nursing. So that means you need to check. So the beginning of your IELTS start by you checking what is the required band score by my institution. For example, if you are doing Canada PR, you will want to ensure that you have 8 in listening. Listening requires the highest band score. 8 in listening, 7 in speaking, 7 in reading, 7 in writing. So that is like 877, 8777, overall 7.5. Should be going for 8 in listening, 7 other than for express entry Canada. So if it's Australia, Australia to take 7 all through. Sometimes some skill work takes like 8.0 if it's admin. So essentially, you must be intentional about what is the required band score. If you don't know this and you start IELTS, you are starting blindly. So if you don't know it, talk to your agents or go on online and search from with your institution what is required of you for writing the IELTS. Now, what is your present band score? Your present band score is your default English ability. Your default ability as somebody who has not taken the test, you have not done so much in training, you've not done so much in practice, or you've been practicing, but at the moment you've not taken the exam. Your present band score is what you could make if you are sitting for the exam now. For you that you're just watching this video, if you have not started your IELTS training, your present band score is you going through a mock test and what you could make, what you could get out of the mock test as a novice, as somebody who is just meeting IELTS for the first time. This is very important. Many people start with IELTS training. I think, or I beg to differ that you should start with a mock test, a personal assessment to know your ability. So let's say you now start with a mock test, you practice listening, speaking, reading, writing at the normal exam condition. You might need a test center. You might have to contact us at this Edu Consult to help you set a mock test that will simulate how the exam looks like perfectly. We could help you to bring a mock test that will look like the exam perfectly. So the mock test would ensure that we would master or we pin down your real ability, your default ability. So let me use this now. This template now is for a nurse, for example. The person needs 7 overall, 7 in each of the module 2, except writing 6.5. So if the person takes a mock test from us and he or she has 6, 5, 6, 6, 5.5, as you can see it on the screen, that's very good. But this is not up to what the person needs or requires. Let's assume the person takes mock test now. Like just start with mock test to check the present band score. And the person had like let's say 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, something even way higher. This person does not need training. He or she should just go and write the exam the next day. If you start with your mock test and you are even having higher than what you even need, you don't need training again. Just go and do your exam. And there are people like that that may not really need to train before they pass the IELTS. But because once they test themselves, they see that they are good to go. They are having higher than what they even need. Now, for you to try something like this, it must be that you are having way higher than what you need. If you're having lesser than what you need and you want to still go and do the exam without training, that means you have a lot of money to waste. So, but let's assume, but all things being equal, an average person may not get their required band in the first assessment mock test. So that means their present band score will always be lower than what they really need in actual exam. So the purpose of training that Great Edu Consult does, the purpose of coaching is now to ensure that we bridge the gap between the present band score and the required band score to ensure that what you are expected to have, you have it before the exam. That's now where the desired band score, the last column comes in. So in this last column, you will have a desire. You already know what is required of you. Your desire should be above that. It should be a module, it should be a band score or 1.5 band score above that. So if you are gunning for 8 in listening for your express entry, for example, now, you may be hoping to have 9. Because for you to have 8 in your listening, in your practice test, you should be having 8.5, 9.0. So as a nurse, you should be aiming for a band score higher than what you even need. 8, 8, 8, 7.5 is good for you. So we now see several nurses repeating IELTS, taking IELTS like 7 times, 10 times, 12 times, some 20 times. Why? Because they have not been following IELTS with this pattern. Because if you need 7, 7, 7, 6.5, and you are not having like 7.5 or 8 in your preparation, there's no reason for you to go and do the exam. When you see these folks writing IELTS 10 times, 20 times, go and ask them what their present score is before taking the exam or worse. most time it will surprise you that their scores were always either below what they needed or just a little bit around it. And they felt that probably if they go to the exam, the person will be cheaper or luck will smile on them. They will just bring up one irrational reason to just go and take an exam. They might tell you that they have deadline. They might say they have a job already. They must just do it. They have a short time to prepare for the exam. They must start just, and you will not be seeing them repeating the exam 7, 10, 20, 40, 50 times. Why? Because of wrong approach. Wrong approach. You don't need to sit for the exam if you are not having up to the required band score or the desired band score. That is the rule of the thumb. And I think I'm saying this unapologetically. If you want to have your required band score before your exam, you should either be having your required band score or even your desired band score. But to be on a safer side, I challenge you to aim to have been getting your desired band score, something way higher than what you even need. So that when you go for the exam, plus or minus, you will not have lesser than what you need. So that means if I'm preparing for this an exam now, this IELTS exam, and I'm a nurse, my listening should be getting close to 8 in my practice, 8, 8 reading, 8 speaking, 7.5 sometimes, 8. It might not be 8 every time, but at least on an average, I may have 7, 7.5, another time 8. I should be having something that is averagely more than 7. Am I writing? I need 6.5. I should be having around 7 or 7.5. Not that I will be having 6.5 alone. No, I should not just be having 7 and below. I should be having 7 and above. With that, I can go and write my exam and be sure that I will make it at the sitting. So I tell you, we have done this over and over, and we have seen that when students approach exam like this, they always make it amazingly. They always make it amazingly. So use this protocol to prepare for your IELTS exam, and you will never need to write the exam a second time, except if it expires and you need to retake it. This was what I used for my own, and I had 8.5. So it's possible you can have it too in your own. Have an amazing day. If you have not hit the subscribe button, hit it right away now and share this video with somebody else, because this is what you need not to repeat the IELTS test again in your life. Bye. Bye.